Okay, today we're starting chapter 3, and chapter 3 is all on solving equations. We actually did a little bit of solving equations back in chapter 1. When we were doing them in chapter 1, all we worried about was basically we did them mentally. So we would look at this equation and we'd say, okay, well, what number plus 12 will give me 29? We'd say, oh, well, that would be 17. And so we'd write, oh, x is 17. And if we got to anywhere we didn't know off the top of our head what it was, we said, well, if we do the opposite of what's here, we could get the answer as well. So if I do 29 minus 12, that'll give me my answer for 17. So that's fine, but in chapter 3, we're going to concentrate on showing all of our work and showing why this actually does give us the correct answer when we do the opposite. And so what we need to remember when we're solving equations is that we do always do the opposite operation, but we're going to do that on both sides of the equation. The sides of the equation are on either side of the equal sign. So the 24 is on one side, the y plus 9 is on the other. And so when I'm starting these, since I'm going to do everything on both sides, I always start by drawing a little line here, and it's just my reminder that this is where the sides are at, and whatever I do on one side of this, I'm going to do on the other side. And so if I had this one, I could say, okay, well, it's y plus 9, so that means I have to subtract 9. But, again, whatever I do over here, I have to do on this side. And so I'm going to subtract 9 on this side as well. The reason I do that is because 9 minus 9 is 0. And so all I have left on the left-hand side is my y, which is what I wanted. We always said in chapter 1, we always wrote our answers as the variable equals the number. Well, this is why, because if you do the opposite, it gets rid of this, and it leaves you with just your y there. And then on this side, I can just subtract, and 24 minus 9 is 15. Okay? And so this is the work that needs to be done every time we solve an equation. Now, the other thing I need to do is check this. In order to check this, I'm going to take my answer, the 15, and I'm going to plug it back into this equation where the y is. And so I'm going to do 15 plus 9. And I'm going to make sure that I get what's over here. Now, I do get 24, and that's what I wanted, so I know my answer is right then. Y equals 15 has to be the correct answer. That's the nice part about equations, is you can check them, and that way you know for sure if your answer is right or not. And so I can also do this with subtraction. Again, and I'm going to start by putting my line down here. And then I'm going to say, okay, I have subtraction. That means I'm going to do the opposite, or add. And whatever I do over here, I have to do the same thing on this side. And a negative 7 plus 7 is 0. So all I have is h. And 38 plus 7 gives me 45. And then I'm just going to plug this back in to check. I'm going to do 45 minus 7. And I see that I do get 38, which I should. So now I know my answer is right. H is 45 has to be the right answer. So that's the nice thing about equations. I'll know right away if I'm right or not. So the big thing to remember is you always do the opposite operation, and you do that on both sides of the equation. And make sure you show the work and show your check on every single one.